Hi everyone, and welcome to my playthrough of Once Upon a Full Moon. Um, this is by far one of my favorite feature films. I think The Big Bad Wolf as a killer is honestly underrated. I love his design. His mini is among the best, I think. And Storybook Woods as a map is great. I personally I love all the different vibes, like the different seasons and the different locations and the artwork, like most of Final Girl, is phenomenal. It's so awesome. It's part of the reason I love this game. It's a beautiful game to look at, albeit the setup can be very time consuming. Anyways, um, I thought it would be fun for my first video on the channel to play one that I'm very familiar with. And I thought I would play it with one of my favorite Final Girls, Jeanette, the from the Alien feature film. Sorry, the name is escaping me right now. Anyways, a little bit about what I'm doing here today. I thought it would be fun to do the playthrough, and as you can see, some of the decks are still not out yet. I thought I would quickly shuffle and do it in front of the camera so nobody thinks. I don't know. I just want to be transparent with how I'm playing, I guess. I did, however, do Family Visit as my setup card, and I set everything up just to save time because I thought that might take a while to get all set up. So we're gonna deal out 10 tarot cards. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm just gonna set the rest of the deck over here off screen. Also, I have the item cards here. Now I already broke it off into 12, and I included Jeanette's special item. Now, I know some people find the special or unique weapons to be overpowered. I just think we're here to have fun. Let's have fun. 1, 2, 3. All right, so we're starting with Lucky Rabbit's Foot, Jeanette Scanner, interesting, and Thorny Vines. Now, the Lucky Rabbit's Foot, I know you discard during the action phase, you do a horror roll, and however many stars you get to do any of these things that many times. Jeanette Scanner is fun. Um, when you're on a search spot, you may go through all the cards in the deck, and with the search card, you can actually pick what you want. So that's super good. It'd be great to get to, but I don't know if I'll actually end up getting over there. And then we have the Thorny Vines. Now that's where we're at. We're at Grandma's house. So you can place a Thorny Vines token in our space for one time. If the killer enters the space, discard the token, the killer takes 2, and the killer phase ends immediately. Wow, that's actually really good. It's just the one, but having the phase end immediately is huge. So maybe if we can figure out a way to put it in the Glen, that could be good. Anyways, also, you'll notice I haven't put any of the final health tokens down for myself or for the Big Bad Wolf. In fact, I got so ahead of myself, I forgot to even put the health tokens for myself over here. So forgive me. I'm just going to quickly. Also, you'll notice the Dark Power and Finale cards. Now, I have them here. I thought I would shuffle them and put them out there. It's my first time including the Epic, Dark Power, and Finale in the rotation, so I don't know what I'm gonna get. Just like with these, I don't know, it doesn't matter. You and you. And the rest I'm just gonna set out of the way. Now, some of you might notice that I have a tier board here. Now, some people might think using the tier dice is easy mode. I mean, whatever. For me, it just gives you more options in a game that already a lot of the things that happen in the game are RNG based. This gives you a little bit more control. Like you may intentionally want to fail a roll, and I'm sure that'll happen in this playthrough. We're just going to go with this one. Doesn't really matter. And finale. I'm just hoping I don't have the killing machine or whatever for the dark power. And for the finale, I mean, it doesn't really matter. They're all pretty bad. Well, Thrill the Hunt is okay if it's just me and him at the end. Anyways, we've dealt out our cards, and I think we're ready to start. So we'll start with grabbing our 0-cost cards. Oh, you may also notice I have the Desperation die here. Now, we'll probably use that guy pretty soon. So for starting turn, I start most of my games the exact same way. We are going to discard our short rest, discard our focus, and discard a walk. Bring us to 3. 1, 2, 3. Bring our time up to 9. I immediately go into our planning phase. So, because I'm already at a search location, because Family Visit is our setup location, I'm not going to waste time, and I'm going to spend 4 to grab both of our searches. All right. Now, I'll also grab, I think, maybe a distraction would be good. So we'll spend 3. Or actually, you know what? Yes. Let's do a distraction for 3. And then we'll grab 2 close calls. That'll round us back up to the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These 2 guys are going to return to the tableau, and we're going to start the killer's turn. Now, the killer's in tracking mode right now. They go through these 2 modes. Once Bloodlust goes up to the Dark Power, it's going to switch from tracking to slay mode, and that's when things can get a little ugly. But to lead the way, is going to target closest victim or final girl and move. So he can move a ton, but person's there, he leaves the village, encounters our first person. All right, let's draw a tarot card and see what it is. I'll huff and I'll puff. Okay, this one is brutal for us right now. Move to closest victim or final girl there. 2 horror. Now, this is ugly for us because that's going to immediately put us in the red. Brutal. This is why we got that distraction. But that's his turn. No bloodlust or anything like that. The victim doesn't panic on upkeep. We start back at the top. Now, we have to use our distraction here. And this is where my experience may differ from others, but I think we just use this right off the bat. We get it out of the way. 1 success, great. That's going to give us 1 time, 1 horror reduction, and we remove it from the game. I've had it go off on me in the end of the game before, and it's just devastating. So this way, we've got a reward from it. We got a distraction. Let's start. Okay, so we're going to begin with a search. 2 successes ideally, but even 1, Thorny Vines, I think would be really great. Okay, well, that's how Final Girl starts. We are going to discard here. We're going to discard our weak attack and our focus. That's why we keep them in our hand at this point. We're going to lose a time, grab the top item card. Thorny Vines, put that right in the backpack. And we're going to search again. Okay, 1 success, we're going to take it. So, let's see what this top card, hopefully a weapon. Oh, the songbirds. Okay, the songbirds are a really fun item that, if you find the birdcage, they'll also get given to you. Their card says if the killer is within 2 spaces of you, you may spend 3 time to send the songbirds to attack, doing 3 damage to the killer. Then you discard the card. So it's one of those. In fact, we could use it right now if we wanted, for instance, but I don't think we will. Oh, I forgot about the item card or the event card. So we're just going to put it in here. Fairy ring, I recognize this one. All victims in the glen disappear. Not killed, just somewhere else. So I don't think that would have had any effect with us at that point. So we're going to put this guy into the victim pool. He's just gone. Sorry about that. Now, I think we should move. I think we're going to walk. Okay. If it's not in the tray, it does not count. Double success. We only need one, so unfortunately, it's a bit of a waste. Because I don't think we can. Well, it doesn't say we can't put something down. No, you know what? We're gonna play this right. So I'm gonna end my movement there, and I'm gonna use the thorny vines. So, just a reminder: if the killer enters this space, he takes 2 damage. And that's his turn. It ends immediately. I think we're gonna end it there, and we're gonna move on to the buying phase. So currently we got 2 close calls in our hand. We're gonna grab our short rest, our focus, and our walk. Now I think this is the time where we might want to either start moving around, sprinting. I can see an easy way for us to get horror reduction and maybe shoot ourselves to a ultimate. So I think we're actually going to grab both sprints. Bring us down to 0, back to 6. We're going to put these back in the tableau. Walk, search, distraction, detect, focus. Okay. So, beginning of the turn, he targets the nearest victim. Still there. Tarot card. It picked me up and I was helpless. Move the killer 2 spaces towards Grandma's house, picking up and moving 1 victim with the killer if able. Now, this is interesting because it is going to move towards Grandma's house. Now, the thorny vines are going to proc. So the thing is, from what I'm reading it here, the phase is going to end immediately. And the way immediately is written, at least as far as I know, is the turn is over. So no event card, I think, will be drawn from this. I actually think he just takes 2 damage. That's the end of the turn. For instance, if you roll Skull and Crossbones on the Desperation die, it's worded you immediately lose the game. From what I've heard on the Discord, you can't close call one of these. That's just the game's over. So with that wording, I would say no event happens. So this item is discarded. He takes 2 damage, and that's his turn. That's it. So upkeep. We're gonna do nothing. No one died. So it's gonna bring it to us. Now we are going to sprint. We're going to try. Now, sprinting can be a little risky. I'm hoping with the close calls that we don't have to worry too much about that, but we'll see what happens. All right, 1 success and a convert. I actually think we convert here. I think it's worth it. So, short rest and focus. 1 time. We're going to move 3. So we're taking this guy with us. 1, 2. We're taking this guy with us. 3. So 2 saves. We're going to reduce horror. And we're going to move, I think, I don't really like the items that are there. So we're going to move 1 space. And I think we might just go over here. The guy in the dell, he's got to kill someone. And that will keep him away from these people, hopefully. Okay, so let's sprint again, I think. Yeah, Let's go for another sprint. 1 success. Okay. Now, that's going to give us 2 movement. Now, we could go take him with us. 1, 2. We can take one of these guys from the meadow. So there's 2 of us just north of the meadow. And now we do have a walk card. And I think using the walk, it's worth it. Because even if we fail, it's a double save. So, and failing would give us a tier. 1 success. Okay, that's fine too. I'm not gonna complain about that. So we're gonna go up to here. We're gonna let these guys go. And we're gonna take a search card. Now we're going to take the top item of any of the decks. Now, I really need a weapon. So I think I'm willing to risk it on Grandma's house. A knife. That is good. Oh, this is the one where if we have a knife in each hand, we may use both when attacking. So if we can find a second knife, we can bump this up to a 2 damage weapon. That'd be nice. I think with that, 4 time, I think we're good to just... Well, what is our plan next turn, really? At this point, I actually think we should just chase him down and try and get him. So I actually think we're going to discard a close call for a time. And, well, actually, both our sprints are gone. I'm going to retcon that. We're not going to be moving quickly. Maybe we just want to... Because we're probably not going to search again, if I'm to guess. So, you know what? Maybe we do go for just, a turn where we're just really trying to prepare ourselves. So I'm going to ditch our close call and our search to bring us up to 6. We're going to end our turn there. I feel like that was a great turn. We're going to grab our zeros during the buying phase, weak attack, focus, and a walk. Now with our 6, I think we're going to go ahead and grab 2 distractions. That's going to bring us to 0. I'll reset it to 6. Search goes back, close call back, walk, our sprints, focus, short rest. Boom. I also, Jeanette, for those that don't know, she's considered to have another, basically another hand. So she, usually you only have 2, so you can hold 2 weapons. She has the capability of holding 3. She also gets an additional 2 tracking markers to use on either items or weapons. Okay. So that will bring it to the killer's turn. Now he's going to move to the closest victim or final girl, which is sadly the guy in the dell. And we're going to pull a tarot card. All the better to eat you. Okay, so the killing begins. So he's going to target the guy in the dell and he's going to attack twice. And gain 1 heart back for anyone killed. So he is actually going to gain back a heart. This guy's going to die. And we're going to receive a horror because bloodlust went up. Still in tracking mode though, which is great, but we'll see what happens. Okay, sorry about that. I just had a quick little distraction trying to see back where I was at. Right. Died, still in tracking mode. So that's great. Gained health. I think that's it. No one panics or anything like that. And our turn begins. We are going to waste no time here, and we're just going to start throwing out these distractions. Okay, we take it. 1 time, 1 horror. Distraction. Okay, we're definitely going to toss, weak attack, and a focus, just to make that a single success. Now, I have a walk and a close call in hand. I think He's going to be coming for us now. Well, he's going to be coming for them, so he's going to make it to them. So I actually think we walk here. 1 success. That's fine. We got these shields here. We end it. So we have 7 time to spend. We're going to grab our focus, short rest, and a walk. Now he is coming to us for sure. So I think we prepare to smack him. I think we're at that point where I think that's what we're going to do. Now, is that all we want to do? Yeah, I think that's it. We're going to grab critical blow for 6. And we're going to grab close call just to round off the 1 and have some fodder to toss. Or actually, hold on. I've never gotten to use this bar. I'm going to put the critical blow back. It costs 6. And I'm actually going to grab ambush. I don't know if this will work, but I'm really interested in giving it a try. Okay, that's it. We're going to put walk, the distractions, weak attack and focus, killer phase. Okay, here we go. Killer is going to target the closest victim or final girl and move 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. So we all are together in this space here. Now, we are going to play our ambush. It only happens when the killer enters our space. Now, if we get 2 successes here, his phase is over. That's it. He gets nothing. He loses.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
So we need this to be successful. Oh, let's go. That is fantastic. So, he runs in, we poke him with the knife, and he was not expecting it. So that's 3 damage. Tell you, when I first started this game, I didn't want the knife. But now when you start playing this game more and more, you realize 1 damage can turn the clock by 1 whole turn. And this was just devastating for the big bad wolf. His turn is over. No terror card. Do not collect $200. Let's see if my hubris gets me. Okay. That's the turn. And it's upkeep phase. No one died. So it's going to bring it to the top. So, and don't think I haven't forgotten about these guys. Now I kind of wish I had weak attack on me, because we could potentially have killed him this turn. Now, I do have the ability to get retaliate. It's just, you know what? This might seem, I really got to think about this, because what I'm thinking is I'm like, maybe I can just move the 2 spaces. Say if I just like move here, get these guys out of there, move back, then I just buy a retaliate, and I don't know. I think there's something about just staying where I am and trying to get them. Oh, I don't know. Okay, let's. I think we're gonna try something a little crazy. So we're going to play our walk. Now, I would really, really like this to be a double success for us. Now, I don't know what's in here. There could be something that totally messes with this plan, but I think, damn, if we can beat the wolf at this point, this is going to be a huge win. 1 move. Ugh. I expected as much. I could try and re-roll. It's a little crazy, but I think we're gonna try and just re-roll 1 of the dice for free. So I'm really hoping for anything here, just not a blank. Okay, a convert. Convert I can get behind. So with the convert, I'm gonna ditch our short rest and our focus. It's gonna use our time. Now I get to move 2 spaces. I'll just put this for reference. So we're gonna move these guys. down here. We're going to go back in with the killer. So we're back with that guy. Now, this is what we're going to do. I think we end it there. We're going to grab our weak attack focus and walk. And then we're going to spend all 4 to get retaliate. Now, we have 1 floating, whatever. That sucks. Reset to 6. Walk, ambush. Going to be grabbing that again. There we go. So, killer's turn. He's going to target the closest victim or final girl and move. He's already with me. Tarot card. The jaws that bite. If there are no victims on the board, you discard and drop. But there is. So, target victim. He's going to move. They're both the same. I'll just say he doesn't buy my trick. He can smell the baloney. He goes, increases horror, bloodlust goes up, dark power. Watches this is Sixth Sense. It's Sixth Sense. Okay. So what this means is retaliate does no damage now. It'll still act as a guard for me, but it'll do nothing. Now, if that isn't the most final girl thing ever, I don't know what is. Okay. Well, he is now in slay mode, though. So he is going to be attacking in his space. So I either got to get these guys out of here or figure something out. They don't panic. Start a turn. I got this dead card in my hand now. I think there's something to walking. Let's walk. Okay, 1 success. That's fine. We're going to go in his space. Now, we are going to try weak attack him. Now, I just need 1 success here. Because if I do, I'm going to hit him for 2 damage. And when I hit him for 2 damage, I can send the songbirds because they're within 2 spaces. That'll do 3 damage. That'll flip his token. And it will end our phase, but I think that's worth it. I think it's good to keep the focus in my hand with the close call to toss if I need to with the retaliate. So let's see what happens. Or, assuming this doesn't succeed, I can make it so it does. Double success. Okay, I'm starting to think I got my tricky dice out. Okay, we're going to do the 2 damage without any penalty to us. That's great. Some of you may also be wondering, why am I not using the tier dice? I don't know if I brought up. My tier dice are cursed. They were failing constantly. I don't know if they're weighted weird. I don't know what is going on with them, but I hate them. So I use the red ones, but we get how it works. Okay, we poke him. Now, we're going to send our pretties. It's going to cost us 3 time. Still enough for a guard. All right, we're going to send these birds over. 1, 2, and moment of truth. He is dead. That is incredible. We managed to kill him in what feels like a record time for me. It's a beautiful win. I mean, this is Final Girl. This is a great solo player experience. I've told people before that this is a game that I only learned within the last 2 years from a buddy of mine that I work with. And it's wonderful. I would encourage anybody to give it a go and play because this is so rewarding. Even though this, if I'm to be honest with you, I got pretty lucky in this game. I recently did the Don't Make a Sound from season 3 and just kept dying. It's a whole other way to play. But loads of fun. I love this one. I think if you are toying with pulling the trigger on getting the game, it's super rewarding, super fun, and yeah. Anyways, I want to say thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the video. I want to do more of these. Like I said, I've been playing the game for just shy of 2 years. I'd like to pump out some more content. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. Oh, you know what? We always got to see. What's the finale? Tasty treats. Okay. That's fine. It's a double attack finale, so that's a pretty nasty one. And let's see if we had anything under here. Nope. We would have died if we lost all our hearts. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.